Isn't it incredible how much noise one person can make in your life? I mean, there you are, trying to focus on your growth, your peace, and out of nowhere, someone's drama starts creeping into your space, stealing that tranquility right from under you. Now, I'm not just talking about the physical noise, it's those constant demands, the negativity, or even that passive-aggressive comment that spirals your day into disarray. In this video, we're going back to our Stoic roots, where the likes of Marcus Aurelius taught us that our reactions are the only thing truly within our control. So today, we're mastering the art of maintaining our inner peace by cutting off the noise, not with grand gestures, but silently, effectively, in true Stoic fashion. By the end of our chat, you'll have not just heard about, but understood through and through how to wield silence as your shield against the chaos of 2025. Let's reclaim our peace, and let's do it with wisdom that has stood the test of time. The importance of peace in 2025. Peace isn't just a luxury, it's essential, especially in the tumult of modern life, where every ping from our devices demands our attention and pulls us away from what truly matters. As we move further into 2025, it's becoming increasingly clear that the spaces between these pings, those moments of silence, are where real life happens. This isn't just about avoiding annoyance, it's about cultivating a sanctuary within ourselves where chaos cannot reach. Stoicism teaches us this explicitly. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This isn't just philosophy, it's practical advice for living in any era, especially one as connected and consequently as distracting as ours. Stoics like Seneca and Epictetus weren't just philosophers, they were practical thinkers who understood the value of peace in a bustling world. They advised that we should not be perturbed by the noise, but find quietude in our own thoughts. The year 2025, with its constant barrage of information, opinions, and digital disruptions, challenges us to put these teachings into practice. We need to discern between what deserves our attention and what we should let pass silently by. This skill, this essential Stoic skill, isn't about disengagement, but about selective engagement. Choosing what impacts our peace and what does not is a form of wisdom and strength that we desperately need today. In embracing Stoicism, we learn to appreciate the importance of maintaining an inner calm that does not waver in the face of external chaos. It's about not letting the outside turmoil dictate how we feel inside. Imagine going through your day centered and poised, no matter what news pops up on your phone or what demands come barreling down from work, family, or social media. This isn't a superpower. It's a skill developed through the disciplined practice of Stoicism, which teaches us to focus on our responses to the world around us, shaping our experiences and maintaining our peace. The truth is, maintaining peace isn't about removing ourselves from the world or ignoring the problems around us. It's about building resilience and a robust inner life that external circumstances cannot easily disturb. This Stoic approach doesn't just benefit us individually, it radiates outward, influencing our environments and relationships positively. When we are calm, we make better decisions, respond more effectively to stress, and influence those around us to embrace a similar tranquility. Personal choice and energy management. When we talk about energy management in the context of Stoicism, it's all about understanding that not every action deserves your reaction. Stoics, like Epictetus, believed that we are disturbed not by things, but by the views we take of them. In today's digital age, where every little event is magnified through social media and news feeds, this belief becomes more relevant than ever. Every notification, every email, every call. They all ask for a piece of us, and it's essential to ask ourselves, is this really worth my energy? Think about your typical day. How often do you find yourself reacting automatically to texts, emails, or social media notifications? Now, imagine if instead of reacting impulsively, you took a moment to pause and decide whether that immediate response is really necessary. This pause, this moment of decision, is where your power lies. By choosing to respond only to what truly matters, you conserve energy and keep your focus on your goals and well-being. This doesn't mean ignoring the world around you, but choosing to engage in a way that aligns with your values and long-term objectives. Stoicism teaches us about the importance of prohairesis, which is the faculty of choice. According to the Stoics, this is the only real freedom we have. Our choice in how we use our energy epitomizes this freedom. Each moment presents a new choice. Will I allow this comment, this event, this news article to disrupt my peace, or will I maintain my tranquility? This is not just theoretical, it's a practical approach that can transform the way we interact with the world. It's about being proactive rather than reactive, a skill that demands practice and awareness. Energy management, then, isn't about building a barrier against the world. It's about developing a filter that lets in only what will truly benefit you. It's learning to recognize what deserves your attention and what doesn't. When you manage your energy wisely, you find that you have more of it to spend on things that truly matter, your passions, your relationships, your growth. This is the essence of effective personal management in the Stoic sense. It's not about being indifferent, but about being selectively engaged. To cultivate this skill, start small. Begin each day by deciding what's essential and what's not. Set intentions for how you want to use your energy. When confronted with a potential distraction, ask yourself if it aligns with your intentions. If it doesn't, let it go. This practice helps to build the mental discipline that Stoicism advocates for, allowing us to remain undisturbed by the minor irritations and the major upheavals alike. Practical advice for protecting peace. Navigating the noisy highways of modern life without losing our cool is more of an art form than most people realize. It's akin to a daily practice, much like Stoicism, where the focus isn't just on knowing what to do, but actually applying that knowledge consistently and effectively. So, how do we make this practical, especially when our peace feels constantly under siege? Let's talk through some actionable steps you can take to preserve that inner calm, no matter what's happening externally. Firstly, embracing the Stoic practice of the view from above can be transformative. This technique involves imagining yourself from an elevated perspective, looking down on your life situations as if you were a third party. This mental shift helps put daily irritants into perspective, making them seem smaller and less significant. When someone cuts you off in traffic or a colleague snaps at you, take a moment to zoom out. Ask yourself, in the grand scheme of things, how much does this really matter? More often than not, you'll find that the answer is not much. Another practical step is to establish clear boundaries, physical, emotional, and digital. Physically, it might mean organizing your living and working spaces to create zones of tranquility. Emotionally, it's about knowing your limits and communicating them assertively to others. Digitally, consider managing your notifications so your devices don't keep pulling you away from moments of peace. Stoicism doesn't mean accepting everything passively. It encourages us to take proactive steps to defend our personal tranquility. Journaling is another Stoic tool that has stood the test of time. Marcus Aurelius's Meditations, essentially his personal journal, is a testament to the power of reflecting on one's thoughts and behaviors. Daily writing can help you process your thoughts and emotions, offering a release valve for stress and preventing negative feelings from building up. Each night, try to write down any instances where you felt your peace was threatened and reflect on how you responded and how you could respond better in the future. Furthermore, practice saying no with conviction. This isn't just about refusing things you don't want to do. It's about honoring your values and your time. Every yes to something unimportant is a no to something important. By choosing your commitments wisely, you ensure that your energy stays aligned with your personal peace and goals. This selective engagement is very much a Stoic approach, focusing on what truly matters and letting go of the rest. Lastly, incorporate mindfulness into your daily routine. Mindfulness and Stoicism share common ground. Both advocate for living in the present and recognizing our power to control our responses. Simple practices like mindful breathing or mindful walking, where you fully focus on your breath or the act of walking, can help anchor you in the present moment. This presence is the foundation upon which you can maintain your calm in any storm. Incorporating these strategies into your life isn't just about avoiding discomfort. It's about cultivating a resilient, peaceful inner life that external chaos can't disrupt. By practicing these steps, you reinforce your Stoic beliefs, transforming philosophy into a living, breathing part of your everyday. This way, you're not just surviving the world, you're thriving within it, peacefully and purposefully. Empowerment through non-reaction. You might wonder, how does choosing not to react actually empower us? It seems counterintuitive, right? Typically, we think power comes from taking action, from doing something visible. But there's immense power in choosing not to react, a concept deeply embedded in Stoic philosophy. Think of it like this. Every time you don't react to minor annoyances or provocations, you're actually exercising a form of self-control that's rare and difficult to cultivate. It's about holding your ground, not because you can't respond, but because you choose not to let external forces dictate your emotions or actions. Stoicism teaches us about the virtue of apatheia, which is often translated as a state of being untroubled. Unlike apathy, which implies a lack of feeling, apatheia means being unaffected by your passions so that you can maintain inner peace and rational thinking. This doesn't involve suppressing your emotions, but understanding them well enough to decide when and how they should influence your actions. For instance, when someone tries to bait you into an argument, the natural response might be irritation or anger. But if you pause, reflect on why you feel this way, and choose not to give in to these emotions, you retain control over your state of mind. This non-reaction isn't just a defensive strategy, it's a proactive tool for personal empowerment. By not reacting, you conserve your energy and keep it focused on what truly matters to you. It's like being in the eye of a storm. While everything around you is in chaos, you remain calm and centered. This calmness can unsettle others who expect or desire a different reaction from you, thereby shifting the dynamics in your favor. You become the master of the situation, a testament to the saying, "Still waters run deep." Moreover, when you practice non-reaction, you are often seen as more composed and wise. This perception can enhance your personal and professional relationships because people tend to trust and respect those who remain calm under pressure. They see you as someone who won't be easily swayed or overrun by emotions, which makes you a reliable and stable presence. This respect can open doors to greater opportunities and deeper connections. To truly embrace this empowerment, start by recognizing the triggers that make you want to react impulsively. Once you identify these triggers, work on gradually detaching your immediate responses from them. Practice scenarios in your mind where you choose a different path. one that leads to peace and empowerment instead of conflict. Over time, this practice will build your mental resilience, allowing you to face bigger challenges with the same composure. Actions over words. In our daily interactions, it's so easy to fall into the trap of saying one thing and doing another, isn't it? We all know that person who promises the moon but never follows through. It's frustrating, to say the least. But as adherents of Stoic philosophy, we are reminded time and again that true character is revealed not through words, but actions. Stoicism places a strong emphasis on living according to virtue and reason, and it's in our actions that our true selves are revealed. Consider the Stoic principle of living in agreement with nature, which at its core is about aligning your actions with your true values. It's about integrity and consistency between what you say and what you do. For example, if we profess to value peace and tranquility, how do we actually live those values? Do we allow petty disputes to disturb our calm, or do we choose to respond in ways that reflect our commitment to peace? The real challenge lies not in talking about peace, but in practicing it, especially when it's difficult. This alignment of words and actions doesn't just impact us on a personal level, it resonates through our relationships and professional lives. When people see that you consistently act in accordance with your stated beliefs, trust grows. They begin to rely on you more and see you as a pillar in their lives. This isn't just about personal gain, it's about creating a community of reliability and mutual respect. The Stoics believed that the community is as important as the individual, and by living truthfully through our actions, we contribute positively to our communities. Now, implementing this in your life can be as simple as starting with small, everyday commitments. If you say you're going to be somewhere, be there. If you commit to a project, see it through. These might seem like small actions, but they build a foundation of trust and respect that can elevate all your relationships. Each act of integrity is a brick in the structure of your character, visible for everyone to see. Moreover, actions over words also mean being proactive about change. If you desire to see a change, be the first to act towards it. This proactive stance is incredibly empowering. Stoics aren't passive observers of life. They are active participants who use their agency to foster the good. By embodying the changes we wish to see, we inspire others to follow suit, creating a ripple effect that can transform the larger social fabric. The power of silence. Sometimes the most powerful response isn't a shout or a witty comeback, but a thoughtful, chosen silence. This concept aligns closely with Stoic principles, which emphasize the importance of self-control and wisdom in our reactions. Silence isn't just about not speaking. It's a deliberate choice to withhold reaction, to maintain control over one's inner state despite external provocations. This is a form of strength that doesn't announce itself loudly, but is deeply felt and profoundly influential. Stoicism teaches us that not every action demands a reaction. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus famously said, "If someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation," which means that when we choose to respond with silence, we are actually taking a moment to step back, to observe our own emotions, and to decide if a response is truly necessary or beneficial. This pause can give us the clarity we need to avoid saying something we might regret, or escalating a situation unnecessarily. The power of silence is especially potent in today's digital age, where the rush to respond, to comment, to critique can often lead to hasty and harsh exchanges. By choosing silence, we are not being passive. Rather, we are actively choosing to not engage in negativity. This can disarm an antagonist or diffuse a volatility, as it introduces a pause, a break in the expected rhythm of altercation. It's a non-verbal way of saying, I choose not to let this affect my peace. Moreover, silence can serve as a mirror, reflecting back to others their own behavior, making them more aware of its impact. When we respond with silence to unkind or unnecessary comments, the lack of engagement often forces others to confront the nature of their own words. When there's no back and forth, no argument to fuel, people are left with their own statements hanging in the air, and this can be a powerful catalyst for self-reflection. Silence is also a key tool in listening, a crucial but often overlooked aspect of communication. By silencing our own voices, we open ourselves up to truly hear and understand others. This can deepen relationships, build trust, and foster more meaningful connections. The Stoics placed great value on the role of the listener, and in practicing silence, we align ourselves with the idea that understanding others requires us to quiet our own agendas and prejudices. Incorporating this practice into our lives means recognizing moments when silence is more powerful than words. It means understanding that silence is not a surrender, but a choice to engage in a different, often more impactful way. As we grow more comfortable with silence, we find our interactions becoming more thoughtful, our relationships more profound, and our own inner peace more robust. Thank you for joining me today on this journey through the profound wisdom of Stoicism. Remember, mastering silence isn't just about quieting your words, it's about amplifying your inner peace. I hope you carry this tranquility with you and let it guide you through the chaos of everyday life. If you're eager to dive deeper into the principles of Stoicism and how they can transform your life, check out the suggested video on your screen. Thank you for being a part of our Stoic Journal community, where we learn not just to survive, but to thrive with wisdom and serenity.